fellow followers, and welcome to FanZcene. And today I have for you my review of the movie Sundown, The Vampire in Retreat. The road to purgatory is paved with good intentions, and Count Martelac, David Carradine, wouldn't have it any other way. He's seeking atonement for centuries of human carnage, which is why he's instructed Purgatory's vampire residents to slather on SPF 100 sunblock, pursue daytime activities, and drink only synthetic blood. But some vampires don't agree with Martelac. They want the real thing. And if that means wooden bullets flying in the vampire civil war, so be it. This wild horror comedy also stars Bruce Campbell, Maxwell Caulfield, M. Emmett Walsh, and John Ireland.
Now they gotta fight for the right to bite.
This movie was a first-time watch for me. I had never seen this movie before, ever. Actually, I've never really heard of this movie before until Vestron Collector Series released it about 2 weeks ago, I believe, and I finally got my hands on it. And wow, this movie did not disappoint. It is a great vampire film. It's also a funny vampire film, and it's also a Western. And it's just this weird amalgamation of film. It's, it's clearly a Western, but it's also got these vampires in it, and it was made in, 1988, but it feels very 90s. It gives you, the very, early 90s vibe to it, which I guess, considering it was filmed in 88, and it's, it was getting turned into the 90s, that was good, and, I really loved it, and it was filled with so many great character actors, from M. Emmett Walsh to Buck Flowers. If you don't know who Buck Flowers is, he's the guy on the bench in Back to the Future, crazy drunk pedestrian, and he's been in tons of John Carpenter's movies, They Live, all them. He's just this great character actor, and M. Emmett Walsh is just this cranky old vampire who is hilarious, and Bruce Campbell's in this. I absolutely love Bruce Campbell. He's one of my all-time favorite actors. He plays Van Helsing in this, a descendant of Van Helsing, and he's so bumbling, and he literally steals every scene he's in. And then you got David Carradine as Count Martelac, who is, there's a secret behind him. I don't want to spoil too much, so there is a little bit of spoilers here, but he's a really ancient vampire who's trying to take these vampires that he's gathered throughout the years and civilize them, basically, because he's tired of the killing and everything. And then there's another faction of vampires that form with John Ireland's character, who's this classic actor as well, who forms this group of renegade vampires because he wants to go back to the old ways and drink blood, and he doesn't want to drink the synthetic blood. And it's just this crazy movie, and it's Western. It's beautifully shot, and there are some scenes on here, though, like when they're wide scenes in the dark, it gets a little blurry. I don't know if that's, from this, but it's a really beautiful transfer on this. It's really good. It's got great special features. The movie itself is really great. It's one of those weird movies. It's just, if you like cult classic movies or bad movies, I wouldn't call it a bad movie. I don't think it's one of those bad films. It's actually a really good film. Even like Bruce Campbell, and the director, you on the special feature here, say that this was they really liked this movie. It was really good. It was fun. They couldn't believe all the actors and stuff that's in it, and the shots that they achieved of being such a small budget movie. And sadly, this movie was made near the end of Vestron. And it was really funny because the director was he was told that they will release this movie if their current movie that they're going to put out is a hit, and that current movie was Earth Girls Are Easy, and it bombed hard, and then Vestron closed down, and this movie was actually never released in theaters, and it took forever for it to even be released on straight-to-video VHS, and I'm not even sure if it ever was fully released. So, it's been one of those really, hard sought-after movies that built up a cult following, and so, yeah, I mean, it was released, but, this is great to have this on a Blu-ray like this, and if you have not seen the film, I would highly recommend this film because it's such a great, fun flick, and, so many great scenes in this, and it was so funny. Maxwell Caulfield, who plays it way over the top in this as an evil vampire, it's funny as hell, and, if you're into these things, I recommend it. I mean, it has a great soundtrack that, like even said in special features here, they had an amazing guy did the music for the film, and it's such a sweeping epic Western type score, and the director was a huge fan of Westerns, and he's from Europe, and he got to make it like a Western, and it's man, I can't explain this movie. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I would highly recommend it, especially if you have not seen it, and if you're a vampire fan, if you're a Bruce Campbell fan, if you're a David Carradine fan, if you're a fan of Westerns or even comedies, because there's a great comedy. And like I said, Bruce Campbell just stills the scenes he's in, and it's just a fun little movie, filled with this small town vibe with these crazy characters, and oh man, I loved it. I know I didn't maybe make a lot of sense in here, but trust me, you want to see it. And you know, it actually has an Indiana Jones connection, because apparently there's this really great crane shot in this scene in this movie. The crane was coming back from just filming Indiana Jones, and the director wanted the crane, and they stopped the guy, and he's like, I got 24 hours to get it back, and he's like, well, we'll pay you if we can use this. And there's this really great shot in the movie, and so voila, you got an Indiana Jones connection. So right there, if that doesn't make you want to see this movie, I don't know what does. FanZcene recommends, so check it out if you're a fan of any type of movies like this, and if you have not seen it, I would recommend it. I am so glad I picked this up. Man, what a great movie, what a great experience. Check it out. And if you like this video, please give it a like. If you did not like this video, you can go ahead and give it a dislike. No hurt feelings here. Please share this video out for everybody to see. Wherever you guys are, please have a great, safe, happy, healthy day, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Please subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. I would truly appreciate that if I earned your subscription. Thank you for watching. Godspeed.